download JDK. Okay, so 8 JDK 8 is more stable, so we can go and we can go to official website and uh, please all of you mute in your side, okay? And if you're having the any question, you can unmute and ask me, okay? So first of all, you have to download the JDK on your system. So go to Google and type download JDK 8, right? So 8 version is a stable, so we are going to use this 8 version. So you can go, you can see we having the Windows like different operating system we have, right? So these are the different operating system. So Linux, Linux having the different flavors, right? Again we have a Mac if you are using Mac, Solaris. So these are the all are operating systems. So every companies are using this, and mostly company, some of the company they are using the Mac, Linux, and Windows. So we are going to use this Windows. Just click on here. My voice is very low. One second. Uh, because my mic is working, Bhavani, so might be some issue with. Let me check. My side, are you okay? So my mic is working. I think so. Some issue with there in your side. Okay. Okay. So no issue. I'm also recording the session. You will get the recording video also if you having the any issue with the voice and this. Okay. So first of all, you have to download this JDK. Okay. So you have to create an account here. Okay. So if you don't have an account, you can create this account here. So click on this download. Okay, so you can see they will ask you because before this Java, the people who has developed Sun Microsystem, one lab is there in US that people has developed the Java, but Oracle has purchased this software. So now this is the part of Oracle. So first of all, you have to create an account here. If you will not create an account, you are not able to download this. So I are already there in I have already this account. So click on the sign in button. Then you can see one exe file. We will get one exe file, and after that what you have to do, you have to install this. Just you have to click and next, next, next. So it will install. I'm going to pause here. After installing this, then you have to go in C drive, and in C drive be having the Java folder. You will get two folder here. So Java 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, all the Java came, but this is the more stable, and you must having these two folder, JDK and JRE. So Java, if you are working with C and C++ directly, your OS, you can do the programming with OS directly. But if you are working with Java, so Java is going to provide the virtual machine, Java virtual machine. So what happen when you will install the Java in your system? Go to where it is. So Java and basics Java. So when you will install, you know, Java JDK, in JDK they have provided some inbuilt software that is called JRE compiler and JVM. Okay, so what is the use of this? See, just we have downloaded this JDK. Inside this JDK, be having the JRE, be having the JVM, be having the compiler. So these are the three software are there. So the what is the difference between the compiler, JVM and JRE? So compiler, the job of the compiler is when you are writing the code, right? Then it will compile, means it will check the syntax of the code is correct or not. If you will write any code, Java will not understand, right? Java will understand our own language. Java will not understand whatever you want, you can write. right? So one software is there already. They have told to the compiler, hey, you can check the syntax whatever the applicable for me, otherwise you will throw the error. So this is the job of compiler. JVM is your Java virtual machine. So I told you, right, you cannot execute Java application in your OS only. So we have a one, they have developed own virtual machine that is called Java virtual machine, and this is your JRE is the other software. You can see here we having the two folder. If we will go in the C program, this is, so we have a two folder. You can see one folder is called JRE. So in the real time where we can use this JRE, the job of the JRE is only execution. They will not compile. Okay. So in development environment, we use JDK. Developer who is going to develop the code, they will also compile the code, right? They will compile and they will execute the code. We are working in the testing environment. You are not going to compile the code. You are executing the application, right? If you want only execution, then we should go for JRE. If you want to compile and execute, then we will use JDK software. So someone will ask, what is the difference between JDK, JRE, compiler and JVM? So you can tell JDK is a software. Inside this JDK, be having the JRE, be having the compiler, and be having the uh, JVM. Then what is the use of this compiler? The compiler job is it will check the syntax of the code. Whatever the code is applicable for Java, it will allow only that. Then we having the JRE. What is the JRE? Okay, so JRE means it will only execute the code. And JVM be having the Java virtual machine. When we are the user, and if you will execute your code, then it will interact to Java virtual machine. Again I will explain to you. Then you can write this code in the multiple editor. Okay, so for practice purpose I am using Edit Plus. Okay, you can use any others also, no issue at all, but I am using Edit Plus software. Okay, but in the real time we are not using this Edit Plus software. We will use uh, Eclipse. Okay, so this Eclipse editor we are going to use in the real time when you are working with Selenium or any Java application. Okay, so we will use this. And so how to download? You can download this Edit Plus software here. I'll tell you how to download this. Okay, download Edit Plus. Okay, so you can go and you will get also exe file, free trial, because we are not going to pay anything. Okay, so you can download this. Okay, again we having the 64-bit. After downloading this, you can see you will get this exe file again. Okay, then you can install this. So I have already that. After downloading this, after installation of this Edit Plus software, then you have to set the path of this Java, whatever the Java we have. So how to set the path? You can go to tools, and inside the tools we having the preferences. If you will go inside this, then inside this tools we having the user tools. Inside this user tool we have a group name, add tool, remove, and up and down. So you can see by default group name is, you can give any group name, but by default is group 1, so no issue. And after that we having the add tool. If we will do add tool, so here you can say what I have written the name compile. You can write here compile. Okay, then here click on this triple dot, go to C folder. Inside this C folder we have a Java files, sorry, program files. Go to Java. Inside this go to JDK bin. Here you can select Java C. Okay, this exe file, and you can open this, so you will get this path. You can see I'm getting this path. After that, what you have to do, after selecting this, you can just click on this and you have to select file path. Okay, again you have to click here and you have to select file directory. So after doing this, this is the compilation. I'm going to set for the compilation. Then you can just click on apply and OK. And again, go to add tools program, right? So you can write here execute name, you can write anything. I have written execute. Then again I will go here and click on this triple dot. uh, One second. C folder, program files, JDK. I think this is, I think, wrong path I have given, so let me check. So next time while execution, just select this exe file. Okay, then open. Then again you can go here, and here you can select file, file name without extension, and here you can select same file directory. You can see I have done same, but I think so this will not work. But let me execute, because you can see here this is the old path I have given. So I will tell you. Okay, right? After that, click and apply. Then I'm going to create, just I want to close all this code, and I'm going to run this demo test. Okay, file, okay, new, and be having the Java, right? So select the Java one. By default it will, it will open this. Then you can save this, uh, just copy and paste it. You can create any folder where you keep your all the code. Okay, so I have already many folders I have created. So let me check. Okay, Java program, and you have to just copy this file. Class name you have to give the same. If you will not give the same this, then your code will not work. Then I'm going to compile. So I have done some configuration. So be having the shortcut, if you will press Control 1, our code will compile. You can see some error we are getting. System cannot find the path specified. So my path is not correct, because you can see this Java, JDK 1 point something is there, right? But if I will go here and tools, preferences, you can see here path is different. You can see JDK version is different, right? Got it, right? So before in my system different JDK was there. So just I'm going to change the path of this. Okay, files, Java, and sorry, bin, and Java C. So now I will do apply. Again I will go in execute. Then again I'm going to change this, apply, and click on OK. So I'm going to press Control 1. If I will press Control 1, it will compile. Okay, so now you can see I think my system is slow, it won't be take much time. Now able to compile, and I'm going to execute. If you will press Control CT RL, Control plus 1, it will compile your code. Okay, if you will press CTRL plus 2, it will execute your code. Okay, so I'm going to press Control 2. You can see now we are able to print hello world. This is very easy, right? We have written the code, but question is how this code is working. I'm expecting someone can explain, the people who already learn in my session, how this code is working. This 7 line of the code, how it is going to work. We are getting the output, but the question is how. What is happening while executing the code? Anyone can explain what actually happened? We are getting the output on the console hello world. This is everybody will tell you the same thing while you will start the Java. But question is how, and if you will go in the any interview and this is the first Java code and someone will tell you, can you explain this 7 line of the code? What is the approach? How to explain? At least try to speak, yeah. If you will not speak, no, then you cannot improve yourself. You cannot, you don't have a your presentation skill. If you will try to speak, okay, this is the class keyword, this is the class name, this is your main method, at least you can also tell these things also. Anyone can explain this? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to explain. So now what happened? I'm just deleting this. So when you are starting any Java code, okay, so how internally this Java is working? See, learning the code is not a big deal, okay? But in the real time, when you are facing the issue, how to resolve the issue, that is your core job if you are working with any profile, either in development, anywhere, if coding is there or any programming language is there, that is your big challenge in front of you. Everything is implemented, right? You should not implement. You have to you have to find the issue. You have to fix the issue. That is the our main job. So if you will join in your company, right? So we have to understand the code how it is going to work. If you know the basics, right, you are able to debug the code, you are able to resolve your issue. Understood, right? How this Java code is working. So we having the 7 line of the code, and I will ask to the any people who is going to give the interview, if they are able to explain this 7 line of the code, I can judge how you are good in the code Java. Okay, so where is okay, so this seven, we have a fewer step, right? This Java code is not working like that. Internally, many things is going to happen. The question is, what is this class keyword? In Java, we having the 52 keyword and 48 keyword. Frequently, we are going to use that keyword is called class keyword. You know, out of 50, sorry, out of 50, 44, one keyword is there that is called class keyword. When you are writing the class keyword, why we are writing this class keyword? What is the use of this class keyword? Anyone can explain? What is the use of class keyword? Oh, the people who already join my session, you guys learn something, right? So I am expecting you guys at least you can speak, no? See, now the story of this class keyword is going for a start from Java is object oriented programming language. Okay, the question is what is object oriented programming language? So this is the world real world object, right? Real world object. Okay, so I want to start my business. Okay, if you remember what is the software development life cycle, right? So software development life cycle will start from your requirement gathering, or any, if you are going to develop any software, so someone will ask what is your requirement. So I am the customer. I want to start my own business, e-learning business. Okay, I want to start my e-learning business. So I will find to one software company, and I will go over there, and they will ask to you, what is your requirement? So I will explain, this is my requirement. I want to start e-learning business. This is my e-learning business. Then they will ask you, apart from that, how can you explore that, how your application it is. So they will ask you, what is your website name? So I am writing my website name is Engineers Tech Hub. Engineers Tech Hub. Right, one documentation I have to give to them. So Engineers Tech Hub is what? This is the real world object, right? This is the real world object. So what you want? So in one frame, I will also give some design, dummy design to software company. My application is look like this. Okay, my sorry, someone ping me. I did not get invite. So I pinged, you know, before the session, like 2 hours ago. Check your WhatsApp. In the middle of the session, I cannot. This is my design, right? I want one year self-learning, self-learning. One is your course, live session course, live session. This is your offline course. Okay, this is your offline course. And here we have a one special course that is called your real time project and interview session. Real time project and interview session. So what is this? If you are the users, if you will land in this application, then what will happen? If you will land this application, we have one registration page. You have to register yourself first. This is my requirement. I am going to explain to the company. They are gathering my requirement. You have to land this page, and you will get this option. So this is your registration page, and you will get this option. Which course are you looking for? Self learning course, live session, offline session, or you want only real time and interview session, right? So first you have to register. After registering this, you will get 5 demo videos here. Okay, you will get 5 demo video. Okay, so every modules be having the demo videos. If you like my video, okay, then what happen? You will get some payment gateway page. So one payment gateway page is there, right? So you have to do payment, then you will access this all the course whatever you want. If you want to learn self learning, you will get the access. Live session, you will get the link to join the live session. Offline session, you will get all the details, timing and all for offline session. Here also we having the real time project interview session, which is also the e-learning. You will get access for this. This is my business requirement, how to represent this real world object into the programming world, how to automate this system, right? So Engineers Tech Hub is your real world object, how to convert into the programming world. So that's why we having the keyword called class keyword. So when you are writing this class keyword, it will tell to the real world object. You want to automate, or you want to develop some business logic, right? How to represent this Engineers Tech Hub. So I will write the name itself, Engineers Tech Hub. Okay, got it, right? So I'm going to save this. Oh shit, 1 second. I will save this. Got it, right? So all the real world object, right? This is my real world object. If you will have this, These are all the real world object. How to convert into the programming world? So we having the one keyword that is called class keyword. So this class keyword what is the job of this class keyword? The job of this class keyword is this all the real world object we have to convert into the programming world. You can see here we having the net banking. You can take HDFC, you can take any net banking application, right? ICIC, or we having the e-commerce application, Redverse, IRCTC, Make My Trip. So these are all the real world object, right? Some of the person have decided to, you know, start the business. This is the real world object. This your business is what? Real world object. We have converted into the programming world. Programming means we having the automation. Before, you know, we don't have a net banking, right? We don't have a payphone and all digital stuff, right? E-banking or net banking we don't have. I have to go to bank and we have to deposit the money and we have to transfer the money, right? So this all the manual tasks they have automated. How? By using this programming, right? So how to convert this real world object into the programming world? This is the use of your class keyword. Got it, right? The question again will come, okay, this is, you know, this will convert real world object into the programming world. This block be having the two block. This block is called class block. This block is called class block. Your question is what we can write inside this class block. So I'm going to write one statement, system dot out dot println. Okay, then I want to print welcome to engineers tech hub. Okay, welcome to engineers tech hub. So the question is, again someone will ask what is system dot out dot println, and if you will want to print engineers welcome to engineers tech hub, then what are steps you have to do? You have to compile. Then after compilation it will generate dot class file. Okay, this, you know, actually JVM is one type of the software, or you can tell one type of the robot, JVM, right? So JVM will not understand what you have written. Human readable language JVM will not understand. Got it, right? It will not understand. If you will try to write and if you will directly, try to interact with the JVM, it will not understand. The job of the compiler will check the syntax. If everything is fine, then it will create a dot class file. This dot class file is nothing but bytecode. Okay, this is your bytecode. Only JVM will understand this language. Then it will interact to the JVM and we will get output on your console. The question is, if you will go here, if I will press Control 1, what is the output will come here? What the output will come? Anyone can tell me what the output will come if I will compile this code? Compile time error. Why we will get compile time error? Sorry. Okay, so if I will define the main method, then what will happen? Mhm. Okay. 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 So what is the system dot out dot println? Mm-hmm. Okay. So this is the system is your inbuilt class and out is your variable and println is your method. Okay. So Java is already provided huge library. They have already provided to us, just we have to use this all the library. This is the another advantage of Java, right? So you can go in the Java documentation, Java doc. Got it, right? So you can go in the Java documentation. Let me, I don't know which link will work. Okay, so 8 or 9, any. Okay, I think this is the new one. Let me check this one only. So be having the huge library Java has developed, you can see. So we having the multiple things here. So we are not going to use all the things. I told you, right, in Selenium, whatever syllabus we will discuss, 70% question they will ask you from the Java only, and inside this 70%, 50% question, more than 50%, 60% question they will ask you the logical programming, and apart from that they will ask you your concept, and they can ask you the Selenium code. So just you can type what is the system. Okay, so you can see be having the system here. So what is the system? You can go and you can see here, system is your inbuilt class. Okay, Java has already provided many inbuilt classes, method, interface. So we are not going to implement. They already implemented and they have given to us. Got it, right? So you can see system again, public, final, class, system, extend, object. I will explain you later this all the things because you guys will confuse now. So system is your, I having the one implementation also, where I kept that source code. Okay, I will show you the, we are just using, right, these are the inbuilt package Java is given. If you will you know uh, download the JDK in your system or install, you will get this all the packages. Go to the lang package and type here system. What happened? Okay, so this is our system class. This is the implementation of system class. Okay, so we are using, right, but they have already implemented this, you can say, system class, right? Inside this be having the many things. This is the data structure implementation. If you know the data structure, you can develop in your language also. So you can see out is your variable. Okay, out is your variable, and println, you can see out is your variable, right? This is the variable, and println is your method. Okay. Oh, so you can see be having the, if you will search, but I want to show you, can see this is your method. But what is the method and all we will learn later. So system.out.println is a type of the logic. Java people already developed this logic. This logic will print anything. Okay, we are not going to write this logic. So if you want to write any logic, okay, we cannot write as a class block. Okay, where you can write, you can write inside this block, be having the a static and non-static block. This is called your non-static block, or you can write inside the method. Okay, logic you can write inside this block or inside this method. Now I am going to create one user defined method. I will tell you everything, what is a static keyword, what is void keyword. So just I am going to write registration page. So when you will land in my page, you will get this registration page. So in registration page, then we having the this. So now just you can understand this is your user defined method. Okay, user, got it right? Don't understand what is a static void, just you can understand this is your user defined method. Logic we cannot write as a class level. If you will write this logic here, you can see if I will compile this, then compiler will throw error and compiler will tell error identifier expected, right? Illegal start of type we cannot write, so compiler is going to tell you, hey, this is not allowed. Java will not allow whatever you have code written, so this logic we cannot write directly as a class block. Okay, so just I am going to comment this where you can write the logic. Logic you can write inside this block, either a static block, non-static block, inside this constructor, inside this method. So I'm going to use the method because method is common concept we have to learn. So this method we have created. So method means when you are working in the real time. If you remember in Selenium we have created helper class, right? If you remember, where is that? So what is the use of method? Use of this method is we can reuse our code. Got it right? So we have implemented many methods here. If you remember this in the Selenium, and this method we can call anywhere in our project and we can use this. Understood, right? We can use this. So this is the use of method. This is the first thing. So this is called your business logic. If you have a business logic, how to implement the business logic by using the method. So this is the one business logic I have developed. I am going to develop another business logic that is called self-learning. Okay, sorry, self. Okay, self-learning might be a spelling will wrong. You guys can correct later. This is the self-learning course. Got it right? I'm going to develop another logic. This is your live session. Okay, live session course. This is my live session course. This is my live session course. This is the another logic I have developed. I'm going to develop another logic that is called offline course, right? Offline, offline. This is my offline course, right? And we have another session that is called our interview and interview session, or just I will write interview session, interview session course, right? So this is my interview session course. Just I'm going to tell you. So if you want to develop the business logic, so this is the dummy code, right? We are not implementing, just we are going to print. But here you are getting the idea. You can see the logic we have developed in Selenium, right? You can see same. This is the logic. So I will call this method. It will, dynamic, how to handle the dynamic table date, how to handle the select date, right? So these are we have implemented. This is the core job of developer. If you are tester, or if you are automation test engineer, or if you are working in the any coding profile, this is your core job to develop the functionality. Okay, if you want in the future, if you want to move in the development, after learning my core Java, you can also move in the development. Your profile is going to, here your profile will be like the software testing development profile. Okay, so this is your responsibility how you guys are going to do the practice, right? So it totally depends upon you. I am trying to visualize the code because in the software it is it is, it is not visible. When you are writing the code, it is not visible what is going to happen. I am trying to, visualize the concept. Got it right, what actually it is going to happen. So this all the, you know this is the method. Okay, so just leave this part, I will come on that. Okay, just you can understand these are the user defined method, we have developed this method. So now my job is, this job is completed. Okay, so where are we have this dot java file, you can see extension is dot java. Okay, so now I am going to compile this code. Let me, okay, so next job is compilation. I will press control 1. I will press control 1, and every session, every demo class, every session I'm trying to give you the different, example. The way of explaining is the different. You can see in the my YouTube channel be having the many demo interview sessions or many live sessions are there, but you can see content are same, but I'm going to explain in the different way with the different example. Got it right? So if I will press control, my we are not getting any compile time error. See, my code is fine, everything is working fine. Now if I will press control 2, so what happened, this steps we have completed. This steps we have completed, dot java file is compiled, it will be generated into the dot class file. Now we are going to try we sorry we are trying to interact with JVM. Okay, so now if I will press control 2, you can see we are getting some error here. Main method not found in the class engineers tech hub, please define the main method. The question is why we should require main method, why we are not able to. If you are developing, if you having the big application of the Java, you have developed of the application on your Java, if your main method is not there, you are not able to execute your code. But question is why main method is required? Anyone can explain why main method is required? Why main method is required? Yes. Okay, anyone others can explain why main method is required? Anyone? Okay, no issue. I will explain. Okay. Okay, so now this is our code and you are the developer. Okay. You are the developer or you are the users. This software is not working properly. User. We are the users, right? Or you are the developer. We have developed this code, right? So what happened? When you will try to execute your code, right? So this is our JVM. This is the JVM, and the people who has developed the Java, right? Okay, James Gosselin. Who is the founder of the Java? James Gosselin. The people who has developed this. So the problem is, so these guys were developing this code, Java. This is our JVM, Java Virtual Machine. Okay, so let me write this. JVM. Okay, this while developing this they were testing this. Okay, this software they were testing this, and so the problem is this the code is developed, but the problem is how to interact with this JVM software. This code how to interact with JVM software. JVM don't know. JVM doesn't know which method you are going to create. Today we having the static method. Someone has created non-static method. We having the multiple types of the method, right? But here I have created same type of the method, but requirement is going to change. So we having the a static method, non-static method, return type, non-return type, right? These are the methods. But JVM is a software, right? JVM is not a human beings. JVM is a software. If whatever you have developed, it will work accordingly, right? But JVM doesn't know which method users are going to create. That is the big challenge. So what happened? This JVM developer, inside this JVM, they have written the common logic. Okay. So inside the JVM, they have written the common logic. That logic is called your main method. If you will press Ctrl 2, or if you are trying to execute your code, JVM doesn't know whatever you have written in your class. JVM only search where is my main method. Got it right? JVM don't care what you have written here. Don't care this JVM. JVM only look where is my main method. He will search where is the main method. If in your class main method is not there, JVM is not able to interact with, we are not able to interact with JVM. JVM doesn't know whatever you have written, don't care. So that's why we required main method. Okay, so you have to explain like that. So JVM is a inbuilt method which is developed by the J- Java developer, the people who has developed this. So what happened, we having the user defined method, right? So we having the user defined method. When you are going to execute your code, jvm jvm only search your main method. Then here I am writing I am main method. Okay, sorry, I am main method, right? So what happened if I will compile the code now? If I will compile, you can see I am able to compile and I am able to execute. But the output we are getting only main method. We are not getting this all the print statement output. So they already written the logic main method. When you will execute your code, just visualize my word and sentence. When you will execute your code, JVM always search where is your main method, right? So it will go and search, and main method is main method will execute automatically. You should not call that method. Already they have written the logic inside this JVM automatic call the main method. Got it right? But when you are writing user defined method, you have to call this method. Okay, so just you will understand this is your static method. I will tell you tomorrow. I will give you the overview of what is a static and non-static. Then I will also explain you what is the static method and non-static method. So tomorrow we will explore the method concept, right? But here we are learning how to start your Java code, how Java application is working. Okay, so this is your a static method. So you can call directly this a static method. Don't worry about that. Tomorrow you guys are able to understand. Okay, this is a static and non-static concept. Just you can remember, if you are creating user defined method, you have to call explicitly. Got it, right? So I'm going to call, just this is called your method signature. Okay, now just you can directly call this method inside this main method, and I will tell you how this code will work. Okay, let me call all the methods now. So live session, sorry, offline session, then we have interview session, right? So now if I will, okay, now I'm going to compile this code. I'm going to compile this code. See, I'm able to compile, I am able to execute. So now we can see I am main method, welcome to Engineers Tech Up, self-learning course, live session course, offline course, interview session course. Now the question is how this code is working. So let me copy this code. Again, I will explain you how this complete course, sorry, code is working. So let me uh, uh, copy this because we cannot explain to you over there. Let me till live session, right? Okay, I think I can copy this. Okay, so oh, it's not looks good, but no issue. Okay, then we will copy here. Just we are going to summarize whatever we have learned from a starting to ending. What we have learned today, we will summarize everything. Okay, here. Okay, this is our code. Okay, anyone can explain the control flow, how this code is working? What happened? We have developed, right? The class, this is your dot Java class, right? Then when you will compile this code, yes, sorry. Yeah, you can. Okay, okay, nice effort. Okay, so see, so this is your job, this is your dot Java file. When you will compile your code, it will convert it into the dot class file. Got it, right? It will convert into the dot class file. Then if I will press Control 2, it will interact with, you know, JVM, and JVM always search where is your main method. Then control will enter inside this, right? So when you will press Control 2, control will enter, first it will search where is the main method, then control will enter inside this main method, then method is executing from top to bottom. Okay, so control will go like that. So this line is executed, you can see the first line it is printed, you will get the output. Again, next line it will go here and it will search where is your registration page logic. It will go and search, this is the registration page logic, then it will execute, you will get the second output. Again, the control back to the main method, then we having the another line of the code, right? It will go and search where is your self learning. So like that, again it will go inside this self learning, then after that we will get the output for this. Again control will go to back and it will again execute live session. So again live session is there, again it will go, and if you will debug the code, you can see it will work same like that, but we are going to tell you. again it will go and it will print here. So again it will execute this line, this logic and this logic. Finally, after execution will ended, then control always return back to the main method only. So this is the execution flow. How, here you can, if you, if here you having the many question answer. Today you guys learn. Someone will ask what is your class keyword. Someone will ask what is your system.print dot what is the SOPLN. Someone will ask what is your user defined method or main method. How this complete Java is working. What is compiler? What is the difference between JDK, JRE and JVM? Right. So these are all the basics question we have learned today. Okay. So tomorrow I will explain to you method concept from how to we can explore the method. Okay, so just I'm going to stop your session. So tomorrow you have the same timing. Okay, I will